getting ready to dump it, and he tasted it. So wait a second, maybe that was that extra cask of Life of Limb. So it was that far from being drained 6 weeks ago or so. We're going to dance tonight. Yeah, we'll dance tonight. So this was a project that Sam and I started talking about
2 years.
Yeah, about 2 years ago. A collaboration to sort of celebrate the craft brewing renaissance in our families and our family businesses. And Sam was very inspirational in the name and talked about using some things that were from his family and from my family. And so some of the malted barley we grew on our own farm. Some of the maple syrup that's in here was grown on Sam's family farm. We bottle conditioned and keg conditioned with birch syrup, so it's got a very unique syrup. It was a fairly limited production, and Sam said, "Oh, we should do 600 barrels," and I said, "Oh, I don't know how many people want to buy this," and so we did less than 400 barrels, and it was quite limited. We may do it again. We're starting to talk about it. No promises, but it was a fun project for us to do. Sam came out of Chico with Mariah, and we spent some time together and hiked and brewed, and it was the birch syrup. You know, Sam said, "Oh yeah, we should use birch syrup." I was like, "Okay, great." So we started to figure out where we would get enough birch syrup to bottle condition a few hundred barrels of beer, and it was in these little bottles. Birch syrup, if you bought like pure maple syrup, birch syrup was like 10 times as rare as that. So there was only a few sources, and we started getting samples of birch syrup in. And it turns out, I don't know how many of you are home brewers, but it turns out birch syrup is quite commonly adulterated with sugar. So it's hard to milk a birch tree, I guess. Sam has maple. How do you milk those?
It's utterly ridiculous.
The quote from Lisa Fockers about you can milk any, or what was it? Anyway, so the birch syrup, we started receiving samples, and it turned out most of it contained, the majority of it was simple sugar. It was dextrose or corn sugar. And in our laboratory, we have an HPLC, so we started analyzing all these, and we started commenting back to the suppliers, you know, your birch syrup is only like 10% birch syrup, but 90%.
They're like, I gotta go. I gotta recall.
They said, "Oh, somebody screwed up in our place. That was supposed to be 100% birch syrup, but somehow they accidentally added a lot of dextrose." So, as it turned out, this cost me more than the original brewery cost to start. Just buy the birch syrup that went into this beer.
The emails were fantastic.
So anyway, but it was a fun project. We did a dinner in San Francisco and a dinner out in New York, Bobby Flay's restaurant, and it was quite a fun collaboration for us.
The only thing we heard was that we didn't make enough of it, and something that Ken Dale's Force is doing is they're doing this glorious walkabout, like an Australian walkabout is, hey, I'm doing this in my life, but I'm going to go on a walkabout and find out what else is out there. And